48. So let me share my screen. Uh, and let first take the it is also visible here syllabus. So can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So the name of the course is Data Communication and Network. Um, Basically, let me show you something before. So let me create. So this is CSC 438 section 1. Today is 10, right?
10. Yes.
10 October 2021. So there are three courses you can see say that data communication, then computer networks, and then computer network security. So when I did my undergrad, so I used to I had these two courses, okay, data communication in third year, 3-2, uh, third year semester 2 maybe, as far as I remember, or 3-1 maybe, and then we had the computer networks in fourth year first semester, okay. That is before computer networks, the fundamentals of communications are taught in data communication, and this is regarding the computer network security, but it was not covered in my undergrad. But this course, the CSC 438, basically it's a combination of at least these two, okay, but mainly the computer networks, okay, computer networks. But in the very beginning I will spend couple of classes on the fundamentals of data communication, at least four classes, and then most of the course I will spend on computer networks, and then maybe one class, if I have time, one class on computer network security, just an overview of computer network security, okay. So almost 18 classes will be spent on computer networks, okay. So this is basically the like a gist of this course, that data communication and networks. So but we will be talking about computer networks in this course, and in the beginning the fundamentals of data communication, okay, will be covered. So it's
Um,
11. Bolo.
Sir, can I ask questions?
Sure.
There is a course called CCNA. Are they both same?
There is no course that is a course under the Cisco, right? CCNA,
Right, right.
Cisco certified network administrators. So that is a different, that is not a like academic course, that is a professional course. So this is so uh, that is totally different, that is a professional course, okay. So It's an elective course. You already know that you are senior students. So and then 3 credit hours. Prerequisite is 215. Because in this course we discuss the socket programming. So in socket programming, we need the concept of object oriented programming. That's why the prerequisite of CSE 215 has been set here. Okay, just for that part, like socket programming part. Okay, now
Okay.
um, here, like, let me talk about the objectives of this course. So to introduce the fundamental concepts of signal data communication, Shannon theorem and Nyquist formula. So these are fundamentals of data communication, the first one. The second one is that to discuss the present worldwide internet infrastructure and various type of computer networks. So that is the second objective we cover in the second slide, introduction to internet. Okay, introduction to internet. Okay, so we'll see the internet infrastructure throughout the world. Okay, then uh, the third objective is to explain the services and protocols offered by different layers in the internet protocol stack. Okay, what does it mean? um, we will see that there are layers in the IP protocol stack, so application layer, um, transport layer, network layer, data link layer, physical layer. So, so the third objective is to describe or discuss the services provided by those layers, what types of functionalities they provide, and different types of protocols in each layer. Okay, so in application layer there are HTTP protocol, FTP protocol. In transport layer there are transmission control, TCP, transmission control protocol or user datagram protocol. In the network layer, routing information protocol or border gateway protocol. So in every layer we will be discussing different types of protocols to provide the services. Okay, to provide the services we have protocols, so that we will be discussing in this course. Okay, the third objective is that. And the fourth one is to introduce cryptography tools and their application. We don't know how much we can cover, but it is the objective is there to introduce cryptographic tools. It should be cryptographic tools and their applications. And in the lab, to be able to use network programming. That means network programming means socket programming. Okay, that means how to write network applications using sockets, and network diagnostic tools. Okay, how to uh, diagnose a network, or how to collect packets, or how to snip packets from the network. So that will be discussed or covered in the lab sessions. Okay, so there will be no lab in this week. Hopefully from the next week we will have the, once the lab instructors are assigned, we will have the lab sessions. Okay,
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
okay. Now for this course, uh, the textbook is book Computer Networking, a top-down approach by James Kuruz and Keith Ross, or it is famously known as Kuruz and Ross book. Okay, Kuruz and Ross. Okay, it's a very good book. It is taught worldwide, not here only in Bangladesh. Worldwide, it's a textbook of computer networks. And there is another book by Andrew S. Tenenbaum and Weatherall. It is also like we have this is our this was our textbook. Okay, by Tenenbaum, the computer networks. Okay,
Okay.
Okay,
hello.
sir.
Okay, so definitely I will be providing you the course slides in every topic. I will give you the slides, and these are like application for the lab. link for the lab, Wireshark, and then to packet analyzer, and the Cisco packet tracer simulation. Now, as per like the marks distribution, which is tentative, so there will be four quizzes, and I will drop the one quiz. Okay, that means if I take three quizzes, I will count best three, and then there will be like attendance. Class performance means attendance. I will only count the attendance. Then assignment, midterm exam, there will be only one midterm exam, final exam, and the lab work. So I think you know that in the lab you must get 60% to pass in this course. If you get less than 12, whatever marks you get in the theory, you will fail. You know that, right? In an embedded lab, you must get 60%. You know that, you know the rules, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So you please be attentive in the lab. Okay. So do you have any question on the course outline? Hello.
স্যার এটা কি পিডিএফ ফাইল আমাদের দিবেন নাকি এখান থেকে?
Actually, I will put it in the modules section, but I think that actually I already uploaded the slides. But can you see the slide in the
Yes,
module
sir.
section? Hmm?
দেখা যাচ্ছে. We can see.
Oh, okay. Can you
So
see the?
we
Hmm?
can't access the module files.
You can access or you can't access.
Can't access.
We can't access
Yeah,
the module files, sir.
that is the point. Actually, I am also having problems in CSE 115, but I already have uploaded the slides, and I will definitely upload the the outline. Though it is there, you just copy and paste. You can get a copy. But I need to fix the module part because I can't. The students cannot see the the slides or other things, like especially the virtual classroom link. So let us work on this, and I need to communicate with the IT department to fix it. So are you facing the same problem in other courses or only this course, the module
So
part?
only this course.
Only this.
Sir, only this one.
So only this course.
Okay, okay, okay. I don't
স্যার
know. Hmm.
আমাদের কোর্সের নামটা তো আলাদা আর কি এখানে আপনার দেখাইতেছে সিএসসি 338 কিন্তু আমাদের
Hmm.
তো আর কি 438 আর ক্লাসের লিঙ্কটাও দেখলাম আলাদা
Okay, so what I did, I put things in the CSC 438, and I just copied it from the I just copied it in the CSC 338. Okay, so our basic like module will be, or course will be 438, but whatever I put in the 438, I sync it, or I copy it in the 338. Okay,
ওকে স্যার
so it will not be a problem. So all of you, actually all of you are under 438. Only one student is in the 338. Okay.
জি স্যার।
Okay, so hopefully things will be solved by this week.
স্যার আমাদের কি টুইসডেতে ল্যাব হবে?
So this week there will be no lab. Okay,
ওকে স্যার।
this week there will be no lab. Hopefully from the next week we will have lab. Okay, so okay, Abdullah bin Ali, you raised your hand. Why?
স্যার সরি টু ইন্টারাপ্ট স্যার, আমার হচ্ছে স্যার চাচা মারা গিয়েছে আর কি, আমি সেখানে এসেছি তো স্যার, আমি
হুম।
ক্লাস কন্টিনিউ করতে পারবো না আর কি, দ্যাটস ওয়াই জাস্ট আমি ইনফর্ম করার জন্য।
Okay, Abdullah, I will give you the attendance. Okay, when I take the attendance, please you please remind me. Okay, to give him attendance. Abdullah bin Ali. Okay.
জি স্যার।
Okay. Okay. So now let me tell you the structure. So say there are 7 slides. The first one is the data and signals. Okay, the fundamentals of data communication. The second one is introduction to internet. Third one is like third, 3, 4, 5, and 6. These are like application layer protocols, transport layer protocols, network layer protocols, and link layer protocols. Okay, and the last one is the computer security. Okay, computer security. So these are the 7 slides we'll cover in this course. Okay. Hello.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
so let us start with the first one, the very first one, that data and signal. That means this is the slide where we will be discussing the fundamentals of data communication. Okay, and before that, just let me, and though you already that know me because you are a senior student, right? So you have seen me in the campus, I hope, right? Before the pandemic, you were at North South, right?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
So
Yes, sir.
some of you might have like completed course under like 115 or 215, something like that.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I did.
Yes.
Yes,
So
sir.
maybe you know me. So just let me tell you my room number. So SEC 934, very close to the department office, and my uh, the email address is my full name rajesh.palit at northsouth.edu, and my extension university phone number is extension is 1508, and my cell phone number 1719 557. For if in case of like if you need to discuss or if you need to say something anything, so you can call me if you want to like communicate with me. So these are the options: email and extension, university extension, and then my cell phone number. And this is my for face-to-face communication. This is the class. Okay, sorry, office room. Okay. So
Okay, sir.
and I did my like PhD in wireless networking. Okay, wireless networking, and the topic close to this. And I used to be the TA of computer networks, this course. Okay, computer networks in University of Waterloo, and also I did another course like in my PhD. I did the cryptography course, and that's why I also teach cryptography at North South since I have done coursework. So I take 561, or in a special topic 931, I take the cryptography course. So you can say that I work in trails, network networking trail. Okay, so that is the like the background. So the why I take this course, the computer network course. Okay, so if you can't follow me, or if you have questions, or if you don't understand what I discuss in a class, so please stop me and ask questions. Okay, I'll never be like be dissatisfied at you. Okay, or angry at you. Okay, so you please ask questions. Okay, if you have any, you stop me and ask me questions. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Sir,
So, mm, yes.
do we have any hardware lab in this course? Actually,
Uh, no. Okay. No hard, because we don't need like hardware lab, because those things are actually under the, okay, say only hardware you need to have here is basically like how to join the cable and how to configure the cable or how to attach the like different connectors with cables, but we don't cover it in the lab. Okay, we just cover socket programming, then network design, and also the packet analyzer. Okay, so I think these are good enough for this course. Okay.
okay, sir.
So, if you do, you have any question about me or about this course, anything further?
Sir,
Hmm,
I had one question, sir.
sure.
So before starting this course, I just wanted to know that what is the aspect of networking in perspective to Bangladesh, sir? It is like my curiosity.
um,
Like, sir, networking এ স্যার বাংলাদেশে স্যার অ্যাকচুয়ালি এটার অ্যাসপেক্টটা কি মানে ফিল্ড বলেন বা যাই বলেন
okay, so in every like software house there is a post, computer network manager or system administrator. Okay. Okay, network manager or system administrator, because in every software house or software firm, they need to maintain servers, they need to maintain server in their private facility, and also they need to maintain server at the cloud. Okay, public cloud. Okay, so there must be multiple posts in every software firm. If there are more than 10 employees, one of them must be the network manager or network administrator. Okay, so that is one thing, one like avenue of job placement avenue. Another one is very important, which is though it is not directly connected, but if you want to be a DevOps, okay, this is a very like this is a post deployment. Okay, how deploy the deployment architecture of, so you must have the knowledge of computer networks. Okay,
Okay, sir.
and also like this is also very important, like the security. Okay, if you want to maintain or if you want to secure a system, so you, if you put something, you host something in the cloud or in the private cloud, you must know how to secure them. So that type of concept you will actually gather in this course. Okay, security. Okay, so to understand network security, you need to understand what is computer networks. Okay, so this job like to be in this type of job, you must have knowledge of computer networks. Okay, and one more thing is, actually, due to the restriction of 130 credit, we could not put it in the core course. Okay, we could not put computer networks in the core course, but the new curriculum we have prepared or finalized in our department, it is again included in the core course. Okay, so it is a must course or core course for computer like CSC graduates. Okay, it should not be an elective course. Okay,
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
so you
is there
must.
any relation between
Hmm,
computer networks and cloud computing?
definitely, definitely. Okay, so these I we will not be like talking. We will not be. So this is a very introductory course. Okay, so to understand these things like cloud computing, network administration, DevOps, the computer network security. So these, if you want to go this in this trail, you must know the fundamentals, right?
Yes, sir.
How
Yes, sir.
the data are exchanged from one computer to another computer. So these are very fundamental stuff, and you need to understand those things. When that is where actually we designed this course. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Any other question? Okay. So, so these slides, the fundamentals of data communications, will start from the very basics. Okay, so let me put it in the slide mode, presentation mode. So the first thing is, what is communications? Because it is the fundamentals of communication. So there are different types of communication. Okay, but we will be concentrating or focusing on the um, the data communication, but there are other forms of communication, right? So say I am communicating with you like oral communication, right? I am talking and you are listening, right?
Yes.
So like if it is a face-to-face class, but now I am talking and again we are using data communication, right? My voice is reaching you over the computer networks, right? So
Yes,
this
sir.
is a combination of like all sort of communication, right?
স্যার আপনি কি রেকর্ড করবেন ক্লাসটা?
Oh, yes, yes, please every class please remind me to start recording. Okay, thank you so much. So generally I do that, but somehow I forgot today. Since this is the very first class in this semester, I forgot to start the recording. So the communication means exchange of information between 2 points. Okay, between 2 points, it could be two device, two computers. Okay, so exchange of information. So information or data from one point to another point. So the transmission of information, okay, it is the transmission of information, to transmit information so that the recipient understands what the sender intends. Okay, what the sender intends. That is, it is not like that I will be saying something and you will not understand anything of that. So that is not the communication. The receiver or the recipient of the information must understand the intention of the sender. Okay, it should be understood by the recipients or the audience. Okay, and that is the communication. So the successful transmission of information through a common system of symbols. Common system of symbols. Say when we say send letters, we use say English letters or Bangla letters, right? So that is, we use symbols or signs. Okay, say there is a, like there is a sign language, right? Or there are some special type of signs to communicate something. Say for example, in the street, on the street there are traffic lights, right? So the traffic lights, they communicate with the drivers. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So that is another form of communication. Like red light means the driver must stop. So that is the also a form of communication. The behavior. Okay. The behavior, we can communicate something. We may be angry. We might be very jolly, right? So we might be very casual. So there are different types of behavior. By behavior we can also communicate something. Speech, by talking we can communicate. By writing we can communicate. By passing signals, which are used in data communication. Okay, by exchanging signals, electromagnetic signals, even optical signals, we can communicate, right?
Yes, sir.
Hello. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, any question?
No, sir.
Okay, so the basic elements of a communication system is like the information source. Okay, let me write like this: source, then the transducer. Okay, input transducer. Say for example, the my voice the source of information, and the voice using the microphone is converted into electrical signal. Okay, electrical signal. So the microphone is the input transducer. Transducer means a converter from one type to another type. My voice signal to electrical signal. Okay, so that is called the transducer, that converts from one signal to another form of signal. Transducer. Okay,
Okay, sir.
and that signal is transmitted using a transmitter. Okay, so for example, in a radio station, they capture the voice of a singer. They using a radio transmitter, they transmit it, and over the communication channel, it could be wireless communication channel or wired communication channel. Okay, optical communication channel, whatever the type of the communication channel. So the transmitted signal is received by the receiver. Okay, transmitter and receiver. The signal is received by the receiver and is converted into, say for example, it is the speaker. Speaker converts the signal into voice. That is, on the other end, the receiver gets the voice. So if we talk about the cellular network, so our voice is converted into signal. Signal is transmitted by the mobile phones, cell phones. Then the signal is transmitted over the ear or the cellular network, then received by the other end, cell phone, and the speaker of the phone, cell phone, and is give us the voice. So the speaker is the output transducer. Output transducer. Okay.
Ji, sir.
So these components must be there in any communication system. Maybe the format or the forms will be different, but this component must be there. Hello.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. So these are the basic components of or elements of electrical communication system. Any question?
স্যার ট্রান্সমিটার কি সিগন্যাল এক টাইপ থেকে অন্য টাইপে চেঞ্জ করে? মানে ট্রান্সমিটারের কাজটা কি?
Transmitter is to transmit the signal. Okay, is to transmit the signal. That means you are talking on your cell phone or using your cell phone. In your cell phone there are transmitter and there are also receiver. Okay, so when you talk, your voice is transmitted and your and on the other end, you receive the voice of your like from the other end. Okay, so you, in your cell phone you have two things, receiver and transmitter. So it transmits your voice and it receives the voice whom you are talking to. Okay,
ওকে স্যার।
so transmitter means transmitting the signal, transmitting the signal, and receiver means receiving the signal. Okay, transmitter and receiver.
স্যার তাহলে এখানে চ্যানেলটা কি হবে? এখানে কি মোবাইল নেটওয়ার্কটা হচ্ছে চ্যানেল হিসেবে কাজ করবে, মানে মোবাইল
Yes.
টাওয়ার গুলো?
So if it is land telephone, then it will be wired, the wired network or wired channel. If it is cellular network, so or if you talk over the walkie-talkie, then it will be wireless, right?
Yes, sir.
The channel means it is the communication channel or communication link. Okay.
জি স্যার।
And we have different types of transmission medium. Okay, transmission, we will check later on transmission medium or media. So we have different types of transmission medium. So it could be microwave, it could be satellite, it could be fiber optic, it could be wireless, it could be wired like Ethernet cable or telephone cable. Okay, different types of transmission medium. And in the transmission medium, we have the communication channel or transmission channel. Okay.
জি স্যার।
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now the components of a communication system. So definitely we exchange information in we call them messages. Okay, we exchange messages. So the message is the information or data to be communicated. It can consist of text, number, picture, sound, video, whatever, or any combination of this message. Okay, then there must be sender, receiver, and the medium or transmission medium. Okay, we already have discussed, but the most important one is the protocol. Okay, so if you have the message, you have sender, receiver, and medium, but you may not be able to communicate if you don't follow a protocol. So for example, let me give you a simple example. Say, when I talk in the class, if all of you make noise or if you start talking, will I be able to communicate with you?
No, sir.
Definitely not, right? So inherently in the class, we are following some protocol. What is that protocol? When I speak, you become silent, you listen, and when you speak or if when you ask some question, I stop and I listen to you, right?
Yes, sir.
So this is a you can say these are the rules we already following, though we are not aware of it, but we are following some rules to make the communication successful. Okay, and that is the protocol. Protocol is basically a set of rules that governs the data communication. So the sender and receiver may be connected, but if they don't follow any party if they don't follow a protocol, they will not be able to, they may not be able to communicate. Okay, so for successful communication, we must follow some protocol as we are following even in the class. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so it represents an agreement between the communicating devices. Without a protocol, two devices may be connected but not communicating. Just a person speaking French cannot be understood by a person who speaks only in Japanese, right? Maybe they are talking to each other. They are speaking. Both are speaking. One is in French, another is in Japanese, but they will not be able to communicate, right?
Yes, sir.
So the common language or common signals or common signs is a part of the protocol. If we don't speak in the common language or understandable form of language, we won't be able to communicate. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that's why. So in this course, we will emphasis on the protocol, how to design a protocol, or we will discuss protocols so that we understand. Okay, what is the purpose of this protocol and why this was designed like this? Why not in other ways? Okay.
স্যার প্রোটোকলের কাজ তাহলে মানে শুধু রেগুলেশন না, তার মানে
It's a set of rules. Okay.
এক্ষেত্রে এনশিওর করতে হবে যে সামনের জন যাতে বুঝতে পারে সবকিছু।
That is one part of the rule that they both use understandable form. Okay.
ওকে স্যার।
That means for oral communication, the first rule is that the speaker and the audience must understand each other. So that is one rule, right? Then another rule could be when one party or one person speaks, then others should listen, they should not speak, right? So this is another rule. Okay, so these are the rules. This type of rules should be followed if you want to make the communication successful. Okay.
ওকে স্যার।
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then the fundamental characteristics of communication. So three fundamental characteristics: delivery, accuracy, and timeliness. So delivery means it must it must be received by the correct receiver. Okay, so if I want, say, for a letter, so letter is also one form of communication, right? Letters. Okay, postal system. So if you write something to a recipient, that must be delivered to that particular recipient, right? Not somebody else, right?
Yes, sir.
So data must be received by the intended device or user, and only by that device, not somebody else or not by others. Okay. So that is the delivery. The delivery, it should be delivered to the appropriate receiver. The accuracy, that means the data or the information must not be altered. Okay, must not be changed or modified. Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes.
then timeliness. Okay, in every communication system there must be a like a time. So for example, a letter, when you write a letter, your assumption is that it will be delivered within couple of days, right? If you
Yes.
send a letter, if you send an email, your assumption is that okay, it will be received by couple of within couple of seconds, not if not minutes, right? If you speak over phone, your assumption is that okay, it will be instantaneously and instantly received by the receiver, right?
Yes, sir.
So different communication system have their own time limitations or time boundary, but there must be a time limit. Okay, it should not be. So the system must deliver data in a timely manner. Okay, data delivered late are useless. Okay, so for example, um, say if from the headquarter you have send a message to the field that okay, you attack the enemy. Now if the message is received by the field officials by say after 1 day or after 2 days or after 6 hours, then it will be useless, right?
Yes, sir.
So it should be data delivered late are useless. So these are the fundamental characteristics of communication: delivery, accuracy, and timeliness. Then the mode of communication. There are three modes: simplex, half duplex, and full duplex. Simplex means only one directional communication. Okay. Say in the say radio station or television, it is one way communication, right? You just receive information. So one way. So that is the simplex transmission. And if you can say that okay, we can communicate with the television station or radio station using telephone, but that is another communication system, right? Not radio or television, right? Hello.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. And half duplex is uh, both parties, the sender receiver, can communicate but not simultaneously or not at the same time. The example is the walkie talkie. So you speak, when you are done, then other party can speak. That means it is one way at the both way but not at the same time. Okay, that is called the half duplex. Both party can communicate but not simultaneously. Okay. The third one is the full duplex operation, which is the both way communication in simultaneously. Say uh, telephone conversation, that is the both way communication, right? Both
Yes, sir.
sender and receiver, caller and callee, okay, they can communicate simultaneously, right? We can listen and we can speak at the same time in telephone, on telephone, right? Hello.
Yes, sir.
So that is the simplex, half duplex, full duplex. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now in data communication, now let us move into data communication. So to be transmitted, data must be transformed into electromagnetic signal. Data must be converted into electromagnetic signal. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Say for example, voice signal. So if you want to communicate, so it must be converted into, so voice signal is not electromagnetic, so voice signal is to convert, must be converted into electromagnetic signal. Okay. So electromagnetic signal or the data can be of two type. Another one is the analog signal, and that is the digital signal. Okay. So data can be analog and digital. So what is the difference between analog and digital data? Hmm?
Sir, digital হলো 0 1 এই টাইপের signal।
0 1. Analog?
Continuous, like it's a
Okay.
range.
Okay. So for example, we have when we speak the voice data, so if I convert them into signal, so it will be look like, it will look like this, something like this. Okay. That continuous change in the amplitude, continuous change in the amplitude, the change is continuous. Okay. The voice data into, if I convert it into signal, we will get a continuous shape of data. But if it is say a file, say if I take a computer file, so there will, inside the file there will be say 0, sorry, 1 and 0, 0, maybe 1 and 0, like this. Okay. That means the change, the number of levels in the signal, it is, there are discrete number levels, discrete number of levels. Okay. The change is not continuous, change is very abrupt. You see the abrupt change in the signal from high to low, right?
Yes, sir.
But in the analog signal, the change is very like, change is continuous, there is no abrupt change. Okay.
Yes,
No
sir.
instantaneous change in the analog signal. And the number of levels, basically the number of levels in the analog signal is infinite number of levels. But in digital signal, there are discrete number of levels at 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, like that. Okay. In digital signal, there are discrete number of signals. Okay. Sorry, discrete level of signals. You can identify the level. So this is high, this is low. Okay. Hello.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
the data can be analog and digital data, and signals, when we send data, when we transmit data, the signals also can be digital and analog. Okay. So now let us talk about the different types of data and signals. Say for example, data. So can you give me an example of analog data? I already mentioned one. Any other type of the analog data? I already mentioned voice. Any other type?
So like
Sir, EKG or
static signal.
PPG?
Sorry?
So biomedical signal like EKG, PPG, and all those stuff.
Oh, okay. Or say even very simple ones, a temperature, right? Temperature data is also continuous, right? Say
Yes, sir.
31.25, 31.5, 35.6, 36.75, right? So temperature data is also a very continuous, right? Very simple one, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anything else? Hmm? Okay, basically what we have in our surroundings, what we have in the in our environment, okay, what we see with our eyes, everything is continuous data, everything. Okay, everything we have in our nature is continuous form of information or continuous form of data. Okay,
Yes, sir.
hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now the digital data, so this is the analog data. Digital
So file stored in computer.
yes, very good, what I have just mentioned. And anything else?
So the analog signal that has been converted.
Yes, so say the mobile phone or digital camera, we store the photo in digital format, right? Or the right.
Yes, sir.
But you understand that the photo we capture using the camera lens, that is definitely analog, that is definitely analog. But for our convenience, we convert the analog data into digital format for our convenience, so that we can store it in the computer system, so that we can store it in the digital storage. Okay, but original form of the photo we capture, that is definitely analog in nature. But there is a converter that converts the analog information into digital format, so that we can store it in the computer system. Or say, let us talk about a song, say MP3 song. So originally a song, when a singer sings, that is in analog format, that is in changes continuous definitely. But for our convenience, we convert them into digital versions, say MP3 version. Okay, or say movie, we convert movie into MP4 version format, right? But
Yes, sir.
originally everything was analog, but for our convenience, to store them in the digital media, we convert the analog data into digital format. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So the data can be analog or digital, and as you mentioned, that everything is in its original form is analog, but for our convenience, we convert them into a digital format, like the computer file. Okay, so we need to say we want to store a temperature, so we take say only say 32.5, say only up to 2 decimal point, for example. Okay, so the number of levels are defined, say 100 levels after the decimal point, say 51, 52, this, but it does not capture the rest of the digits, right? So it converts the temperature into limited number of levels, limited number of levels. Hello.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Okay. The same way, to transmit the data, we use both analog and digital signal. Both to transmit the data, we use both analog and digital signal. So we can use the analog signal like this. We can use digital signal like this. Okay, there are different types of digital signals, but the form is like this. So to transmit signal, we use both analog and digital. Analog signal can have infinite number of values in range. Digital signal only a limited number of values. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So these are very fundamental concepts. So this is analog signal and digital signal, as you have seen. Now there are two types of, if we, again two types of signal. One is called the periodic signal, another is the non-periodic signal, or okay, periodic and non-periodic. So periodic analog signal, Periodic analog signal, it's like that. That means it repeats the shape. Okay, it repeats the shape. That's why that is called the periodic. Okay, that means that this shape is repeated in the next interval. Okay, so periodic analog signal can be classified. Okay, but for the time being, periodic means when the shape is repeated over time. That is called the periodic analog signal. Okay, so this is called the like one cycle. Cycle length is the like the interval or the cycle length. Okay, and a periodic analog signal can be simple. That means like this. There is only one signal that repeats itself over time. And what is composite? Something like this. So this signal, it is not a simple, it is a mixture of multiple signal. That is called the composition of multiple signals. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So periodic
this
means
also
when the
this also
shape
look-
is repeated over time, and simple means when there is only one signal, and composite means when multiple signals are mixtured or are combined. That is called the composite signal. A simple periodic analog signal is a simple sine wave, cannot be decomposed into simpler signal. But you cannot decompose it further, the simple signal. A composite periodic signal is composed of multiple sine waves. Sine waves. Okay, so it is the mixture of multiple sine waves. One is this, another is say this. Okay, so the mixture of two signals. Okay. So
Sir,
hello, yes.
sir, I thought sir composite signals will be like two signals overlapping or something like that.
Overlapping means when okay, let me give you a figure, then that will be clear to you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you see this. So there are three signals: A1, A2, and A1, and so these two. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So when you combine them, okay,
Yes,
you will
sir.
get something like this. Okay, the third one. As signal S1 and S2. So when you mixture them or combine them, you will get this.
Okay, sir. বুঝেছি, sir.
Okay, so it
Yes,
is the
sir.
summation of these two. So you will, if you take the amplitude, this amplitude and this amplitude, you will get this. Okay.
Yes,
Now,
sir. Yes,
if
sir. I
you
got it.
take these summation of this amplitude, you will get this. So it is the combination of these two signals. Okay.
Okay,
Sir,
sir.
প্রতিটা পিরিয়ডের শেপ কি সেম?
It may not be. Okay. It may not be the same. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So here you see these are the two simpler signal, and if you add them, the red one is the composite signal. The red one is the composite signal. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So here the cycle length, the wave length is the same. Okay. sorry, not same. You see the cycle length for the blue signal, it is this. This is the wave length. For the orange signal, the cycle length is up to this. From this to this is the cycle length, right? For the orange one.
Yes, sir.
So cycle length may not be the same, or it can be the same. It does not matter. Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Understood.
Okay, so here different properties of a signal, the peak amplitude, okay, peak amplitude, okay, and then the frequency of a signal. Frequency means in 1 second how many complete cycle is there, how many complete cycles is there, okay. So this is the 1 second. So 1 2 3 4, there are 12 periods or complete cycle in 1 second. So the frequency is
12 hertz.
12 hertz. That means you can say 12 cycle per second, which is known as the hertz, okay. This is actually name of a scientist, probably this is the name, or TZ or something like that, okay. This is the German scientist, the name is cycle per second, unit is hertz, okay, HZ. So it completes 12 complete cycle or 12 cycles in 1 second, okay. The below one, the next signal, 6 cycles in 1 second, so it is the 6 hertz, okay.
Yes, sir.
And the cycle length is called the period of the of one cycle. T is basically 1 by f, or f equal to 1 by t, okay.
Yes, sir.
So t for this signal, t equal to 1 by 12 second, and f equal to 12 hertz, okay.
Yes, sir.
And here t equal to 1 by 6 second, f equal to 6 hertz. So amplitude, then frequency, then the period of a signal, okay. Amplitude, frequency, period, okay.
Okay, sir.
Then the next attribute is the phase of a signal, phase. So it is in reference to, it is from a reference point, how much of a cycle has been completed. So for example, this one, the signal started from this point, so the phase is 0 degree is the phase. But if it at this reference point, if it completes 1/4 of the cycle, so the total in one cycle length is called the 360 degree. So if it completes 1/4, so the phase is 90 degree, because it has completed 1/4 of the cycle, so the phase is 90 degree. If it completes half of the cycle, the phase is 180 degree.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
So the phase, frequency, amplitude, and the cycle length or period, okay. Okay, now the next thing is, say when we represent a signal, say in this case the first one, we we put or we represent the variation or the change in amplitude over time. You see the time and amplitude, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
the change in the value of amplitude over time we represent in the time domain. That is, what time, what is the amplitude, right?
Yes, sir.
So this is called time domain representation, or time domain plot, or time domain representation of a signal. We can represent the same signal using frequency domain. How? Say what is the frequency of this signal? 6, right?
Yes,
And
sir.
what is the peak amplitude? It is the 5 volt, right?
5 volts.
So you see at 6 the amplitude is 5. So this is the another way. In the x-axis we put the frequency, in the y-axis we put the amplitude.
Sir, if the peak value were different at different amplitude at different frequencies, it wouldn't have been possible.
Actually, I could not hear you because there was a plane in
Sorry, sir.
the sky. Okay, so can you please repeat your
Uh,
question?
yes, sir, sure. Sir, I was saying that if the peak value were different for different.
Okay, so this is basically for the sine wave. Okay, simple signal. Simple signal. These are only one. Okay.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
For composite signal, what will be the frequency domain? Okay, so for composite signal, for different frequency, there will be multiple amplitude. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that will be the plot for composite signal. For composite signal, it is a combination of multiple signal. So multiple frequency, we will have multiple amplitude. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So a single frequency sine wave is not useful in data communication. You must understand this. A single frequency sine wave is not useful in data communication. Okay. Say when we speak, we actually by 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 using our vocal cord, we modulate the ear. We modulate the ear in our inside our vocal cord. Okay. So we make different types of sound. We make different types of sound. That means if there is no variation, we cannot make. We cannot speak. So if we cannot say, pronounce say A B C D, you will say if I just utter, say if I write say like this, so I will not be able to express myself, right? If I don't vary my voice, right?
Yes, sir.
Hello. So that is the thing. Like a single frequency. That is, if you don't change anything, say if it remains the same all the time, like this, you will not be able to exchange information. So to exchange information, you need to change some property of the signal at different point of time. You got the point?
Yes.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So to transmit or to exchange information or in data communication, we need to send a composite signal. That means there will be variation in the signal. A signal is made of many simple sine wave. That is the composite signal. A mixture of signal, that is a composite signal, we transmit for data communication. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, will
So,
you be working with only periodic signals or non-periodic also?
okay. So we'll come to that point. So we have analog signal. We have the digital signal. Sorry. So we have analog signal. We have digital signal. And both can be periodic and non-periodic. Non-periodic. So now we will check later on, maybe not today, that which version of the signal is suitable for data communication. Okay, which version of the signal is suitable? Definitely we use periodic analog signal and non-periodic digital signal. Non-periodic digital signal for data communication. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And we will see why we do that. That we will also see.
Okay, sir.
So according to the Fourier analysis, and I hope that you have completed a course on engineering mathematics. I hope that's 361, right? Or
Yes, sir.
250?
350, sir.
350.
350. Okay. So you have done Fourier analysis. So you know that any composite signal is a combination of simple sine waves with different frequency, amplitude, and phases. Okay. That is, composite signal can be decomposed into multiple signals with different frequency, amplitude, and phases. If the composite signal is periodic, the decomposition gives us a series of discrete frequency. Okay, what does it mean? Okay, let
It
me
turns
give.
into digital.
Okay, no. We are not talking about digital signal here. Okay. So what I am trying to
Okay.
say is, say here in this case, this composite signal, the last one, this composite signal, is it periodic or non-periodic?
It's
Periodic.
periodic, sir.
Definitely periodic, because the shapes is repeated over time, right?
Repeating, sir.
And this is the, you see, this is the uh,
The one
cycle length,
cycle.
right? Cycle
Yes,
length
sir.
is up to, there are 3 cycles. Okay, so this is a periodic and this is a composite signal, because okay, now you see, if I decompose this, we will get these two signals, okay, and the frequency, say for example, the frequency is say f1, the frequency is say f2. So two signals with the discrete frequency, okay. Hello.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, but so this is what we said here, that if the composite signal is periodic, the decomposition gives us a series of signals. Even though we have got f1 and f2 signals, s1 and s2 signal with frequency f1 and f2. So the decomposition gives us a series of signals with discrete frequencies, okay.
Yes, sir.
But if the composite signal is non-periodic, something like this, if the composite signal is like this, say like this, there is no the period, okay, it is non-periodic signal, okay. So if the composite signal is non-periodic, decomposition gives us a combination of sine waves with continuous frequency, okay. Okay, let me show you an example of that. Like this. So you see, this composite analog signal is non-periodic, right? There is no period, right? There is no cycle. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So if you decompose it, you will get frequencies, that is, you will get signals with continuous frequency. You see, if it is periodic composite signal, you will get say one signal here, another signal here, another signal here, another signal here. That is discrete frequency. If it is a periodic composite signal, if you decompose it, you will get like discrete frequency, discrete signal. But if it is non-periodic analog signal, the composite signal, if you decompose it, you will get a continuous frequency, not discrete. That is, you cannot count the signals. It is infinite number of signals is there, okay. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You got the point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is very important, and that is how actually we will be concluding that why do we use periodic analog signal and non-periodic digital signal in communication. But let me stop here. For first day it is like I think enough. So we'll continue from here. So let me take the attendance first, okay. So Rashik Ishraq Nahian is there. Rashik Ishraq absent. Rezwanul Wahid.
Present, sir.
Tawfiqul Islam.
Present, sir.
Ifaz Ahmed.
Present, sir.
Hafiz Al Asad.
Present, sir.
Hafiz, did you take any course with me?
No, sir.
Okay. Then Tasnuba Salmin.
Present, sir.
Then Muzammil Haq.
Present, sir.
Muzammil, did you take any course with me?
No, sir.
Okay. Then Shahid Hassan.
Present, sir.
Okay. Walid Hassan.
Present, sir. Sir. Yes, sir.
Mohsina bint Sams.
Present, sir.
Ursalin Kobir.
Present, sir.
Then B.M.M. Bari.
Present, sir.
Adman Shopnil.
Yes, sir.
Then Musharraf Hussain.
Present, sir.
Atik Mahmud. Absent. Then Shakib Hassan. Absent. Then Suad Ahmed.
Present, sir.
Asif Dewan.
Present, sir.
Where is Walid? Okay. Then Asif Dewan. Then Anan Ghosh.
Present, sir.
Abdullah bin Ali, he was present. Then Shahjalal Mondol.
Present, sir.
Then Mushfiq Uddin.
Present, sir.
Iftekhar Masood.
Present, sir.
Mehdi Hassan.
Yes, sir.
Anvirul Hassan.
Present, sir.
Zana Yasmin.
Yes, sir.
Then Tushar Sarkar.
Present, sir.
Then Ausaf Mahmud.
Present, sir.
Then Ulfat Ahmed. Absent. Then Navid Hussain.
Yes, sir.
Then
Present,
Ismat Khan.
sir. Present, sir.
Then Shakiful Alam.
Present, sir.
Preeti Chaudhary.
Present, sir.
Samin Ahmed.
Yes, sir.
Sabbir Ahmed.
Present, sir.
Hmm? Then Abdullah Al Said.
Present, sir.
Haji Mosaddekur.
Present, sir.
Then Tanvir Ibn Hassan.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anybody else? Okay then. So see you in the next class on Tuesday, and there will be no lab today. From next week, hopefully, we'll have lab. Once the
Sir.
lab instructor is assigned.
Sir.
Yes,
Sir, I had a question.
sure.
So you're taking cryptography this semester. Sir, I have not yet done any networking courses. Will it be a good idea if I just go blindly and take cryptography?
Okay, so we will be talking about network related security things at the end of the cryptography course. So by that time, most
Yes,
of the
sir.
topics like transport layer and network layer will be completed. So it will be fine, but having completed the networking course earlier, it is better. But
Okay, sir.
I think if you are attentive in the class, it will not be a problem. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Anything else?
Sir,
Sir,
can we take
according-
that course as open elective?
Which one?
CSC 493.
Yes, you can take that.
Okay.
Oh, actually, you can take any course in the open elective,
Okay, sir.
but you need to actually put a lot of time. 493, so it is not a good idea to put it under open elective. Okay, rather you some GD courses or, but it's up to you. You can definitely you can keep it in the open electives. Okay.
The thing is that the GED courses are won't be much of use to us, so it actually makes sense that we take something of our trail. That's why
Okay.
most of us actually take that as a open elective.
Yeah, I think that is also fine. And basically, in the next curriculum, we will be actually removing, or we will remove open elective option. Okay, there will be core part, there will be GED, there will be mathematics, and then elective courses. Okay, there will be no open electives in the next curriculum. Okay.
Okay.
স্যার ওই কারিকুলামে কি ক্রেডিট পারবে?
পারবে, হ্যাঁ, almost 140 or 138, something like that.
Okay.
Okay, then see you in the next